What's going on, guys? Matt Manduke here, and I am on a quest for the best cheesesteak. I am going to Piros Pizza, the worst cheesesteak I've ever gotten, in Wildwood here. And I'm in Wildwood because of the One Stop Career Center and my courses, and I have some things to do here in the morning, so I'm just gonna stay the night, even though the weather is just nasty. And there's nothing that I really want to do here. It is more economical for me to stay.
Somebody took a piece of paper off of my desk. I think, yeah, maybe missing a hand. Sorry.
Yeah, shoulder. Hit the ATM.
Those who had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse liquor.
And for Matt, the food was delicious. I didn't have to count, measure, or weigh anything. I was eating pasta, pizza, bagels.
Lose up to 18 pounds and 8 inches overall your first month.
It's flexible. I can even eat out with family and friends.
It is overall clean in here. The menu seems like fairly decent, and I already shared that to you guys. I'm waiting. I got my cheesesteak with fried onions, mayo, ketchup, and some. And hopefully this will be as good as it gets. But I do want to mention this place is cash only. They do have an ATM, and because of the cost of the ATM, and I didn't have cash, that's going to add another $1.50 to the cost of this cheesesteak. So I'm hoping that that's worth it. Now, the $1.50 isn't a huge downside because it's only $1.50, and I've seen places charge as much as $3.50 for a surcharge on using an ATM. But it still is that $1.50, and I'm not going to tip because I spent $1.50 on the ATM. Alright, so I'm on my way back to the band because the guys in there, they were friendly, but they weren't very articulate as far as communication with people. They were very, well, pretty standard Italian guys. I kind of understand that, but it didn't, hopefully that their strong point is actually making food and not communication, because their communication really suck ass. Now my total, I got a cold 2-liter of Pepsi, that cost me $2.75, and the cheesesteak together was $11. And then on top of that, surcharge for the ATM puts them up to $12.50, which,
I like money.
$12.50 isn't bad, but a 2-liter, because it is a Pepsi, and that's going to be a name brand, and I know I normally go for the off brands, but they didn't offer that here. If we drop that off and we call it $9.75 for the cheesesteak, I'm expecting a pretty damn good cheesesteak for $9.75, because a couple blocks away on the boardwalk at Hotspot 4, I paid $8.50 and got a banging cheesesteak. It was a definite 5-star, and I would think you would have to compete, and I would also think that the boardwalk being more seasonal than, this is downtown, ultimately more hard up to make money, so they have to have a great product. So I'm expecting these guys to also have a great product because they're in competition with them directly, because they're on the same island and only a few blocks away from each other. Alright, so I'm in my van abode, and now is the moment. You can see that they didn't wrap it very well, which, that's neither here nor there, even though I do see that it kind of is leaking. And let's see what the cheesesteak is. Now I am hungry, so in either case I'm gonna eat this unless it's horrible, but I don't expect it to be. They didn't have green peppers, they only had sweet peppers, and there is a lot of space in this cheesesteak. It was $8.25 on the menu, but there's less space in this side, but there's a lot of space in this side. I'm adding the $1.50 that the surcharge was, because the owner is definitely getting that. So let me switch the camera around. You guys can watch me eat it, and we'll go for the review process. The fun part, at least for me, I'm hungry. The meat's not as good as Hotspot. If you have a choice, you're going to want to go to Hotspot. They take the card, so it costs less.
I like money.
Same size steak, this meat's not as good, and the accessibility of toppings isn't as good here. I don't go extreme with different toppings. I will say the bun is fresh, but the service wasn't the best because the guys, they were talking to a lady in there, so I assumed that they know her, but they weren't like reaching out to me. In fact, they didn't know me, so they weren't reaching out in any way. I didn't make it overly known that I'm making a video because they weren't being friendly. So I'm not going to give them a star for service. Look at how skimpy that is. That's a skimpy sandwich. Awful. It's just awful. The meat's not bad. Like I said, there's not enough of it. There's a lot of room for topping, but I don't load them up with toppings. The bun's fresh, so I'm going to give them a star for the fresh bun. But not having green peppers, that's a big thing for me. I didn't ask for mushrooms. They didn't have green peppers, so I knew they were going to be canned mushrooms, and no, I don't taste the canned mushrooms unless they really load them up, so I'm just going to avoid them from now on. This wouldn't be a bad cheesesteak if I wasn't a cheesesteak connoisseur, but I am. I have a lot of cheesesteaks now to compare it to, different places that I've got them. I don't know if I remember them all, but maybe you guys do. I'm going to name off the ones that I remember, and you guys can tell me if I forgot any. We're going to start with Briston Deli Market, because that's my number one. And to date, so far, that is the best cheesesteak I've got. I've got Rosenhain Deli, we got Jersey Jerry's, Save Time, Woodbine Custard Ranch, Hot Spot 4, Hewitt's, and Cape May Courthouse. I didn't get a cheesesteak from the Shamrock Deli in Avalon, but that was an episode. Rio Steaks and Pizza, Bruni's, Sugar Hill, Elwood Deli. I've been doing this for 12 episodes, and this will be the 13th. Is that right, or did I miss one? Let me know in the comments. I'd say the meat is low quality because it's chewy, it's tough. It may not be low quality meat, maybe it's overcooked or undercooked. Hardly any is falling out. Look at that. I can taste the ketchup, but I don't see any mayonnaise. I don't taste any. This is the other half. The cheese is on top, but if you look at, there's not cheese all through it. And I'll put the other half away and let it soak through. See if I can taste a little better. You guys aren't going to see that. Eat it when I get hungry later. This wasn't much. But I don't like to shove too much in my mouth too quickly. It's kind of bad for my stomach. These guys are going to get a star for having a fresh bun. But that's it. 1-star cheesesteak. So I got into the other half of my cheesesteak. It was only moments after I closed the episode, but you guys haven't seen the close of the episode yet. But I got into the other half of the cheesesteak, and I took like 2 bites, and I got this bad taste in my mouth. Like they spilled oregano on my cheesesteak. And they didn't even hook it up with like extra toppings or extra cheese or any of that to try to cover over the oregano. And oregano is not something that I want on my cheesesteak. These guys lost that star for their fresh bun. That's nasty. The worst cheesesteak I've ever gotten. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this and you want to see what other cheesesteaks maybe messed up my belly or really excited me and gave me a great cheesesteak, you can go ahead and check out that playlist there. If you want to know what else this channel's about, you can go ahead and check out that video there. Hit that subscribe button because I got new videos coming out every day. Thanks for watching. I'll see all my friends later.